Solo, want my love, baby, earn it. Yeah, dancing on my own. See if you can follow. Got me feeling alive. Watch me go, lose control. Is this real? All I feel. Break the signs. Every time it's real, real. I do what I want.
Good morning. What's new, pussycat?
Thought that you should know I've been going solo. Want my love, baby, earn it. Yeah, dancing on my own. See if you can follow. Got me feeling alive. Watch me go, lose control. Is this real? All I feel. Break the signs. Every time it's real, real, real. I do what I want.
Good morning. What's new, pussycat?
Good afternoon. How are you? How the hell are you? What's today? Oh, it's Wednesday. I don't know what it is about this place. I just lose days. Poof, in the ether somewhere. I don't know. I don't know what happens. Usually I'm pleasantly surprised to find out that it's a little closer to the weekend than I thought. Before I forget, I'm going to show you my new chair. I told you guys I ordered a new, once you buy the chair the first time, whenever you want to change out the back and the seat, it's super easy and cheap. So I got, and if you don't want it monogrammed, it's even cheaper. So I bought the new one that I'm currently sitting on. And I bought a black leather back and seat, which is really cool. I changed up the font, I changed up the thread color. So, behold. I guess I'm gonna have to get out of it. I thought I could. Can you see it? How cute is that? I see that font is what I thought I was getting the first time. Not so much. Oh God, sorry about that. I'm pretty sure I just did a Janet Jackson. Okay. This is live. This is live fuckery. I was going to say live TV. I'm like, this shit isn't TV. Shit isn't even close to it. So, kids, how the hell are ya? I'm going to say hi to all the kids in class in just a minute. I bought something at the store the other day that I have not purchased in an age. And I used to, I have a house full of them here, there, and everywhere. And I just stopped with all the magazines. Yes, it's a magazine. But since starting my new venture of where, unlike what I'm getting ready to talk about, we talk about all the fun, the pretty, all that. My goodness, it's already costing me quite a bit of money, and I've only been in it for what? Not even a week. I am out of retirement on a consulting basis only. Yeah. I felt like it kind of called for. But back to the pretty stuff. So I picked Fashion's Bible. Well, actually, Women's Wear Daily was Fashion's Bible, but that's mainly to the trade. I subscribe to the Business of Fashion, which is just a much more modern version of WWD, Women's Wear Daily. I love Business Fashion. And honest to God, they're every day, their homepage is packed, so full of everything that is fashion, even fashion adjacent, beauty. If you like fashion, it's a great, I think you can, now that I think about it, I think you can subscribe to the Business of Fashion without being in the trade for free. However, I think if you work in fashion and in any capacity, that gives you access to other parts of the website. I think it's been so long since I did it that I don't remember. But if you like all things fashion, and you're also, it's a really good bellwether of what's coming down the pike as far, and not just trends, but here's a good example. I went into my husband's office and I tried to, because my husband's very interested in finance and follows all the markets closely, daily, and he does most of our own personal investing. Not all of it, but quite a bit of it. And well, as he told me the other day, proudly, honey, China's been good to us. I was like, well, damn knows I'm good to them too. So it's good to hear we're getting something back. So yes, I went into his office to extol the virtues of the Hermes Birkin bag. I'm like, honey, it's an investment. Unlike a lot of other shit in fashion, this is truly that and Chanel bags. This is truly what, and this is not a joke. It truly is an investment. Now, is the return on investment over time what you get out of the stock market? Well, it might exceed it. I haven't looked into it that closely because I'm not in the market for a Birkin bag. Yeah, I'm, there's simply, well, I tried. I was like, if he buys this, I'm going to start fostering a relationship with the nearest Hermes salesperson. Do y'all know that's what you have to do? Here's just a little funny aside as the kids are coming into class. And as foolish as it sounds, I can assure you it is very much true. And it's not just for Hermes. It also very much goes for Louis Vuitton and Chanel. When you have a brand that is very much, let's just say that supply is very tightly controlled. Pricing is very tightly controlled. And demand, like all economics, when demand greatly exceeds supply, not only does the price go up, I mean, God, if I had been able to run this business model, any business owner would love to have this business model. Tightly limited control of supply, which the much sought after demand greatly exceeds what we put out in the marketplace. And probably the best part, you just about have to beg them to buy said product. It's true. If you, let's say, well, here's an example. Louis Vuitton, I cannot remember the name of the bag. I do not have it because my mother has it, and I will wrangle that out of her before too long. Because she's lucky and she uses something and then passes it along to moi. And, my sister-in-law, I have nieces. Sometimes I have to pull rank though. Like, excuse me. The Louis, the top handle tote with the giant logo. The logo is probably, well, here, I'll pull it up and show it to you. I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about. Oh, here we go. Oh, I think this is actually, this is the one she has. Okay, because it comes in multiple colors. Hold on, please, because I'm not trying to be tacky and show the price. Okay, there we go. I scrolled up. Let me share my screen. Now, listen, the only reason I'm not showing the price is because I just, said that if this was just in generic conversation, I'd show the price. But because I because I'm not tacky like that. At any rate, see that bag right there? When that bag came out, that was like an it bag, much sought after. Lots of people wanted it. Certain stores, whatever market you're in, whether they have a freestanding store or they have a boutique within a department store. Well, I don't know what Louis' secret sauce recipe is. I don't know how they choose, which market gets X amount, what colors they get, blah, blah, blah. This I know. I know the demand for that bag much exceeded the supply, at least in the market I'm in. My mom just happened to have been in a larger market and got it there. But so let's say yours truly goes strolling on into Louis Vuitton and said, "Oh yes, I'd like what is that bag called? I can't even see. Of course, I've also got that part covered up. Oh, Empriante monogram giant on the go. This is the GM size. It comes GM, GM is the larger, I believe. At any rate, so let's just say I go strolling on into my Louis boutique and I say, "Hi, I want the, what did I say it was? The Empriante giant on the go logo. Do you have an account with us, ma'am?" They get on into their little computer system and they can see what your purchase history is and how much. And women who have the great fortune to be able to buy whatever bag they want, the store only gets so many. So the way this works is the customer, well, you learn very quickly that if you do what's called build a relationship with your sales associate, well, guess what? Because yes, they do work on commission. And let's say we get 100 of these at the store. Well, I don't know how the sales associates, how they designate, okay, you're a high producing sales associate, so you've got 20 set aside for you and your clients. And that's how it works. They will text you, email you, call you. "Hi, this is, Lola at Louis Vuitton. We've got the blah, blah, blah bag. And I thought you'd be interested in it. So I can set one aside if you want to come in." And that's how it works. So, and because it works that way, obviously the secondary market goes crazy. And typically you're allowed one per customer because they don't want you reselling it on your own on the secondary market. So that's how that works, kids. And even finance people will tell you some of the most sought after luxury handbags, like a Birkin bag, especially if it's in an exotic skin, etc. Those truly are investments because they are always worth more money. It's the exact opposite situation of when you buy a car. You know how you drive it off the lot and you've probably lost, well, depends on what kind of, wheeler dealer you are, but you've lost money the minute you pull out of the lot. These bags they work the exact opposite way. So all of that was to say, I did try that with my husband. I tried to approach it from honey, it's an investment. And he's like, "Okay, well, then your investment is going to get locked up and never touched." Okay. No, my husband prefers, something more along the lines of Mutual funds, things with proven performance history over time. Not that would be more like commodities brokering, not that it's all not no shit about the stock market, but some of, I have gotten some spillover, like some adjacent education, just, from my husband. Like when I go to talk to him in his office and he's got that boring shit, I'm like, how do you watch this? I say that all the time. I'm like, oh my God, this shit's like watching paint dry, watching grass grow. It's like listening to Zav Girl. But this I do know, and I will pass this along to you because it is sound financial advice for entertainment purposes only. Y'all, the stock market, it's for investments over time. Unless you've got a whole hell of a lot of money to just speculate with. So you don't need to check your brokerage accounts every day. That's, just put it in there and ignore it. I used to know because I did it for my son. We invested, he got some money and I told him, I said, I don't care what you do with it. You will put $10,000 right here and then you will forget that it exists. And in about 25 years, 30 years, you will thank us. Okay, but that's not what we're here for. Let me say hi to the kids in class. I'm going to try and go very quickly, you guys, because we got shit to talk about. And I am going to get through this Vogue magazine, the greatest of all time. Those are our 90s supermodel icons. Linda Evangelista, Cindy Crawford. Oh God, I forget who this one is. Naomi Campbell. Of all of them, hands down, Naomi Campbell is a goddess. Black don't crack. She is so stunning. I have never seen her take a bad picture. Never, ever. Not that any of them aren't just stunning in photos, but Naomi Campbell, that girl is, sign me up. I'll take that. Speaking of that, before I forget, of course, speaking of supermodels, and it brings moi to mind. I'm going to show you guys something. This is for the kids in the back who never got, I don't know why y'all didn't get the memo, but I've done this 2 other times at least. For whatever reason, there is, now where did those go? Oh, there they are. There's a few someones who think that this, my clothes, my shoes, I don't know why, but they're under this very mistaken impression that this is all there is. Like it's just the outside, and they seem to think that I roll around like this to go to the grocery store. I assure you, I do not. I just know there's enough ugly people who wear pajamas on here and, run their mouth about gross shit that, I'm just sorry. I'm trying to show out and represent for this community. Yeah, I'm trying to put our best foot forward because God knows we got enough gross ones who don't. So, but let it never be said that if there's one thing I am not, don't mistake all this for insecurity. Like, oh, well, I want to see what you look like when you're not all done up. Well, guess what? I'm going to oblige you. I took these pictures and I don't do selfies. That is not me. There is nothing that makes me laugh more than some tool holding a phone going like this in a mirror. It's like, don't you have any friends? Get somebody to take your picture. So here you go. For the one who, for whatever reason, thinks that Lisa is nothing except this. I took this 2 nights ago. I think it was 2 nights ago. This is not filtered. And I did use the flash because it was, the only light was from the TV. So it was too dark without the flash. So here you go. I don't know. Maybe I do have a wand. What do you think? Which do you prefer? Lon, you want to know what I wear to sleep? Chanel No. 5 and moisturizer. So, what do you think? Do you like a full beat or a la naturelle? Let's see. I had another one. There you go. I thought I had one. And one more with my hair up. Lest anyone thinks that. So you know what? I would love to know in the chat. What do you think? Do you like freshly scrubbed rub-a-dub-dub? Oh, gosh. No, never mind. I was gonna tell you what I washed my face with, but no, I don't. We'll save that for another time. I know what I don't wash my face with. All right, time to say hi to the kids in the class, and then we are going to get this shit show started. And yes, I yell. I like to yell. I don't know what to tell you. If it bothers you, I don't know. Don't listen. Okay. Crazy nurse. How you doing, girl? Hey, Mitten Mama. Julie, how are you? Hey, Sinner. Oh, look at that quote. Gina Diamond in the house. Hey, AMAC. Striker Force. SoFlo Mama. The bulldog. I love that. She doesn't. I think that's an insult to bulldogs. You should apologize. Hey, AMAC. How you doing? Nice to see you. Thanks for that little clip you sent me. Hi, Elaine. Okay, I'm going real fast, you guys. Hey, Kathy P. Oh, you missed me. I'm always around. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. I'm here on a consulting basis, but depending on how good this gig is to me. But all kidding aside, you guys, I don't plan on doing. Betty's close to my heart, so when she really shows her ass badly enough that makes me feel like I need to address it, well, here we are. But we are still doing all the other stuff because that's the civilized side. That's the fun stuff. Julie, did I say hi to you? I think I did. Hi again. Hey, Helen Highwater, how you doing? I swear I'm hearing an alarm in my house. Hey, Emmy, how you? I'm really sorry that this skank is doing all this to you. I'm gonna get into it in a minute, but she's vile. Y'all, I'm just scrolling quickly. I'm not really reading. Hey, Wine, Crime, and Mayhem. I will absolutely read the comments shortly, but I want to get rolling on this. So we're not here all night. Hey, Daz, how are you? Okay, I'm running. Hi, T Berry. Good afternoon. Sunshine. Hi. I think that's a new name. Welcome. Hey, London girl. How's things going on the other side of the pond? You know, I would like to be British. It's very posh. Very posh over there. Cheers. Cheers, darling. Hey, Glenda. How are you? Allie Sampson. Good afternoon. Heather B. Beachy. Queen Bella. Scorpion Sting. Oh, God, Nonsense has got some Scorpion action going on. Goodness. Nonsense, I don't know if you're here, but you know what is so strange? I have so many ties. I'm going to call them ties, but not where you're the video you made about, stalker bitch. I actually have several times throughout my adult life that that geographic location has been part of the outskirts of my life, and I don't know why. I've never even been there, but it's interesting. Hi, Denise. How are you? Running. Hi, Becca. Running. Oh, I have a new coffee cup to show you guys. My sister-in-law brought this over for me the other day. Look at that. It's like a damn fishbowl. I love it. It's got my raspberry tea with 3 Splendas and about 18 tablespoons of honey. It's basically just, soda without the effervescence. Hey, Running Bear, how are ya? Hi, Beer Can. Beer Can, are you having a girls' day? I know you had some friends coming in from out of town. That sounds like so much fun. Isn't it nice to have friends, Beer Can? Wouldn't it suck to just have your entire shitty, miserable existence take place exclusively in YouTube Karama? Oh, shoot me. My God, I cannot imagine. Hey, Brittany, how are ya? Oh, there's Nonsense. Hey, how are ya? TT, the good Tiffany. Oh, guess what movie just came on my my torrent cable? Sound of Freedom. I'm gonna watch it this weekend. I have to, you know what I have to say? Well, first of all, Caviezel, that dude is fine. I'm sorry, he's hot. I watched the preview last night with my husband, and I have to say, I do not think, if I didn't know all of the hubbub surrounding that movie, I don't know that I would watch it. I would probably put it in my queue, and once I got through all the other movies, it would be down on the bottom of the list. So I just wasn't that I wasn't that intrigued at all by the trailer, but I am going to try it, and I will let you know what I think. Hey, TT, the good Tiffany. Oh, we were almost there. Well, thank you all so much for welcoming me back out of retirement. You guys, I should know, okay? I should know. I'm a dumbass. At least I didn't do what I did the last time when I was like, oh, shower. blow my whole channel up. And kind of as the words were coming out of my mouth, in the back of my mind, I was like, girl, I knew it was only going to be a temporary retirement, but I'm only coming back, like I said, on a consultant basis when the need arises. And I'm sorry the need arose. So here we are. Daddy's baby girl, how you doing? Hi, Glenda. How are you? Kit, how are you? Long time no see. I hope things are very well on your side of the pond. Ooh, Clemson girl. I think that's a new name. Hi, welcome. That avatar caught my attention. Laura. Hi, Laura. How are you? Oh, Crazy Nurse is always so bothered by that. She texts me on the regular asking me to please take that book down from and I promised I have an Alexander McQueen book, which is what the skull reminds me of. I will put it behind there, okay? Listen, I've got a damn list of things to do as long as a toilet paper roll that gets loose and my cat takes it and runs with it. Yeah, I got a long to-do list. Hey, Alaska, how are you? Wise Angel UK, how are you? All right, we're running. I'm not reading any more chats. Oh, Louboutin. I have that book too. I could put that behind there. The Louis Speedy. Yes, ma'am. If memory serves me, the last time I looked, the Speedy and the Never Full were their top selling styles that will never go out of style. I had a Speedy 100 years ago, which I love. Listen, my all-time favorite handbag style is a top handle tote. That's just my go-to. I have hobos, I have crossbodies, but that's my go-to. Oh wait, what is this? I'm getting distracted by oh my God, that is hilarious. That's epic. I love it. Oh God. Oh, hi, Emily. You like that eye makeup? I brought in a bag of show and tell, and there may be some of this eye look might be in that bag, but let's see how long this takes. I have a feeling we might have to break these into two things. I tend to get a little verbose, which won't bode well. Yeah, Betty. Along with behoove. Betty, what did I tell you about the big words, Pumpkin? You don't know how to use them and you sound like an absolute unmitigated, uneducated dipshit. So if you're going to use the big words, I mean, honey, could you just avail yourself of Google? Bode means it's kind of like a harbinger of something to come. It does not, however, in any way mean the way you used it. Much like, I've had to talk to you about behoove 27,000 times. It would behoove you to do a little legal research, because what you've currently put forth does not bode well for success in the courtroom. There you go. And Betty, I didn't even come up with that ahead of time. It just whoop, flew off the top of my head. Yeah, words are not that hard. Oh, I love YSL. I do. I have shoes through the many changing head of design, the logo changes, but I do. I love YSL. Their logo is beautiful. Okie Crime News in the house. Oh, Patty! I'm so glad somebody finally got Betty to you. Oh, wonderful. Good luck. She's going to be a hard case, but Patty, I got faith in you. Oh, we're starting early. Oh, Emily. Right? It makes you want to go back to high school, right? Oh, I did something. I gave my son a lovely Gucci belt one time, and then I asked for it back because he never wore it. Damn kid wanted it because he saw it on some rapper was wearing it, and I had been. This is when he was still in high school, and I was listen. I did what all good mothers do. I bribed him to get good grades. Nobody does something for nothing. It was. I thought it was unfair. My mother bribed me, and it did wonders for me. So I was like, "Listen, I'm not trying to. It's all well and good in theory to say you should do it just because. Well, yes, they should, but sometimes kids need a little push to, not get distracted by the shiny thing over there that they, really want to do, but need to be focusing on schoolwork. So, it was, yeah, I bribed him." And he got the belt and he wore it maybe twice. And I said, "Honey, if you're not going to wear that, just give it back to me and I'll go take it to my shoe guy, my cobbler, and I'll have him, make it fit." I didn't. I mean, if I'd have really, he just laughed, but if I really wanted to press it, he'd give it to me. Hi, cutie pie. How are you? I promise we're almost at the end of the roll call. Marie Duffy, I think I said hello. Mitten Mama, weren't you first in the door? I think you were. I'm sorry. You guys, I talk so much that I get distracted and I forget. My husband, speaking of forgetting, my husband and I watched this movie last night. I knew going in, I was like, "Girl, don't this is going to be a wah, wah, wah." And it was. And then I had to immediately, as soon as it was over, I turned on the Gangs of London. And I was like, "Oh my God, bring on the mass murder. Bring on the damn submachine gun fighting. Yes, that's what I need. I need to see heads vaporizing and exploding to just bring me right on up from my wah, wah, wah." It was called Jules, Jules. And it was basically the grown-up version of E.T. That's exactly what it was. Ben Kingsley played the lead role with supporting actresses Jane Curtin. The other lady I recognized, but the name was not familiar. And basically, an alien crashes his spaceship in the backyard. He's quite elderly. It's a good movie, but don't expect to walk away from it going, "Oh wow, I feel great." No, I don't want to spoil it, but it was a grown-up ET. That's exactly what it was. So yes, I then, that reminds me something else. Okay, so I started Gangs of London, and I only had a little bit of the prior night's episode to finish. So I finished that, and then I thought, oh, you know what? when I went through my queue yesterday, they always do thumbnails of new releases. And y'all, this is not, let's just say I don't have traditional cable. I have internet that I, have to buy from one of the providers, but like I said, my cable is not from them. There is a series on, see, I can't tell you what network it's on because this is a British. Usually Sky is who does those. Long Shadows. It's either the Long Shadow or Long Shadows. It's a 6-part series on the Yorkshire Ripper, and it's really good. Listen, I don't know what London girl, I'm giving you your peeps. Y'all know how to make some really good television movies. Not so much the movies, particularly the television from the BBC, Sky. Y'all do a really good job. And what's interesting is British actors are like, you see all of them over and over because there's not that many. It's nothing like what we have here, but it is so good. I highly recommend it. And I didn't know a whole lot about it going in. He was a serial killer, very active in, I want to say it's the 70s, maybe. I highly recommend it. So Google it, and maybe you can, I don't know, you can probably get it maybe through one of the pay services. I would absolutely recommend it. It's great. Crazy Nurse, maybe you can, actually, I got Google. She's on standby. Let me see here. Long Shadows. Now, why is that not coming up? I probably have the Long Shadow. That's it. The Long Shadow. Oh my God. If any of you are familiar with IMDb, that has an 8.3 on IMDb. That's a really high rating for IMDb. And I'm going to read you the blurb. There's 7 episodes. Oh, hell, it was just released September 25th. I've already got all the episodes. I haven't watched them, but I have them all. Between 1975 and 1980, police found 13 women murdered in Yorkshire and Manchester, horrifying the nation and plunging society into a period of darkness and fear. The Long Shadow gives a voice to the victims of serial killer Peter Sutcliffe, interweaving their stories alongside those of relatives, survivors, and detectives who led the investigation. It is a great series, and you will recognize several of the actors. Okay, so that's my plug for that. And I am working on, and we might start doing it this week, I am working on Lisa's favorite things, and it's going to include everything. It'll be a multi-part series because we'll do, like, one day we'll do beauty, we'll do books, we'll do TV, movies, clothing, shoes, home, candles. Listen, if there's one thing I know shopping. And the holidays are coming. So I want to give you guys like a really good, like a list of, price points all over. And when I can, I'm going to do dupes. And another thing I'm going to do, I bought it so you don't have to. And I might have 2 of those items in that little Chanel bag. Hey, Brick with Eyes, how you doing? JP. Hi, JP. How are you? Oh, that is a good tip. Oh, free hugs. Hi, how are you? That's so sweet. I think that name's new. Welcome. Hugh Janus. You know how much I love saying your screen name. Oh, look, we have a celebrity in the house. All hail Dolly. Well, Dolly, I don't like to use the word hate. But hold on, I'm going to answer that question. Dolly, I've been meaning to ask you, what do you think of my intro? I mean, I think Menace to Sobriety made that. And Dolly, you look positively model-like in that photo montage. I've got to grovel a little bit. He is famous. Oh, goodness. Ah! Well, Julie, I thank you kindly, but girl, that is pandering to the highest order. Oh, but I appreciate that. That's very sweet. Gina, I agree. Like, it's like, I put it this way. Some of these people, listen, we got it. We know more about your, like, I just don't know. There is a very happy medium between nothing and all this. Like, there's a place in the middle. Sometimes clean clothing is a really good place to start. Dolly, I'm just curious. Do you have any idea why why did Betty say she wanted to, what did she say? She wanted to eat the soap. I think that would be a fine idea, because if there was ever a filthy bitch who could use a bar of soap shoved in her mouth, well, it would be Betty. And I mean, Dolly, I mean, hey, if you want to send some swag my way, I'll consider doing a product review, but I'm not going to eat it. I'm definitely not going to eat any soap. I don't care how lovely it smells. Yeah. Oof. Dolly, she would almost be like, she probably does the opposite for a product than like what it is you're going for. Yeah. Oh, that is true. She did say that. And she did. When Marilyn Monroe was found, she was wearing nothing but Marilyn Monroe and Quaaludes. Poor Marilyn. She was a tortured soul. Tortured soul. Hi, Kia. How are you? Well, hey, send some swag my way. I'll consider. Hey, Virgo away. How are you? Hi, Revival. Hey, Grain. How you doing? Yeah. Hey, Crisscross. Good afternoon. All right, I'm really running now. Hey, Beverly. How you doing? Hi, Nicole. Oh, goodness. Okay, Revival. Are we good? It's raining in Belfast. Are you kidding me? cold there right now? My mom just came back from Europe and she said it was pretty nice. She was in Poland. Where else did she go? She went a bunch of crazy places. There's only a couple places my mom's never been to. And one she said no, she'll never go. Don't you know it's one of the ones I would like to go to. Yeah, she went to Auschwitz and I don't think I could. I told you guys what happened to me in Savannah, Georgia at one of those houses that was on, it was on all of them, Ghost Adventures, Ghost Hunters. I wish I could remember the name of it, and it was daylight. It wasn't even dark. And I was fine until we got to the breezeway underneath. And then dysphoria. That's the only way I can describe it. If you've ever had dysphoria, you know what that is. It is the exact opposite of euphoria. And it's very like, it's only happened to me one other time in my life. And I was like, I have to get out of here. And I did. And as soon as I did, it stopped. Women are particularly susceptible to, like, if you're an empath, and even, you don't even have to be an empath, just somebody who's very, can really feel other people's, well, I guess that is an empath, but yeah, I had to go. Hey, independent thinker, how you doing? Puzzles. You know what? I have 3 puzzles that I don't know why anybody gave them to me. I'm not a puzzle girl, but for 2 years now, they've been sitting in my office. I've never unwrapped them, and they're super pretty. I actually think I'm going to do, and they're not particularly big puzzles, maybe 300 pieces. And one's Lily Pulitzer, and the other one is a Christian Lacroix, which is, I love Lacroix, but I might do some kind of like giveaway at the holidays because I'm never going to use them. I'd rather pass them on to somebody. We'll figure out something fun to do with them. Charlotte. Who's Charlotte? Charlotte on the web? She's out of control. She is gonna, y'all, there we go. That's what we'll do. We'll do I'll do a random drawing. And of course, no money, nothing's gonna change hands. Maybe we'll have a little contest to see who can pick closest to the date that Bets gets a new mugshot to add to her wall of shame. Because let me tell you something. She's jumped straight on the crazy train, and I just, like, I am shocked that, not that she is the scumbag that she is. No, that doesn't shock me at all. I've always known that. What is shocking to me is that she is foolish enough to put these rages that she's having and the threats that she's leveling, she's memorializing them. And she can delete that shit all she wants. There are more people who despise her than like her. And I wonder if she ever wonders why that is. I bet she doesn't. She honestly, and don't get it twisted, she could fall off the face of the earth tomorrow, and I wouldn't care what happened to her and where she went. The world would probably, at least the YouTube world would be a happier place if she wasn't participating in it. but it's just, it is shocking to me to see how unhinged she is behaving. And she is, I mean, it is not a good look, not a good look at all. Like she looks like she's having some type of a break with reality. I mean, she is speaking, in my opinion, I'm not a doctor. I'm older than her by a decade. Yes, I know that is very hard to believe. You don't have to be a doctor to see that she is absolutely spiraling. And it's scary, honestly. Emmy, should you need to find yourself coming to Florida to take a restraining order on that unhinged bitch? Well, girl, you can stay in my guest room. We'll make a weekend out of it. So you just let me know. I hope that is not the case, but if I were you, I would not feel all warm and fuzzy. And hold on, I'm almost done. Let me finish this, and then I'm gonna jump right in. Hi, Camry, how are you? Bama G, how you doing? Oh, here's a new one. Stitching with the Sisterlies. Oh my God, I love that. Hi, welcome. Nonsense, I swear to you. That town has played an adjacent to me many times. And I don't know why. Nana Tiddler. Oh, that is very sweet of you. I'm giving myself a shameless plug there. That's very sweet of you. That's a new name for sure. I appreciate that. Welcome. All right, I'm running. Hey, Ms. Lee, how are you? I'm running. We're almost there. Hey, France, how are you? Nikki O'Shea in the house. Blank screen. The man, the myth, the legend in the house. Oh, look, he's got his breast cancer ribbon. I love that. Most of you probably know that I lost my best friend of 30 years to breast cancer, second time around. It went misdiagnosed for about a year. And by the time it was diagnosed, she had a tumor the size of a lemon that had invaded her entire chest cavity. You could see the tumor from the outside. It was about the size of a lemon. It was, and me and one other friend, we were all she had. And don't ever let anybody tell you the platitude, oh, you'll be better for going through that. No, I'm not better for it. I'm just forever scarred from it. So for anybody, and I obviously she was the one who went through it, but to have to watch that kind of suffering, because you can imagine once you're at that stage and every bit of your chest cavity has been invaded, it was very bad. When the hospice doctor tells you it's the worst case of cancer he's ever seen, well, that means something. And he was literally, and I was the healthcare surrogate along with my other girlfriend. So I signed the papers too. We told him, do whatever you have to do to end this for her. And he said, well, you need to understand that once we do it, once we give her what it's going to take to even get her to, not be ravaged by the pain, the natural consequence of that is going to happen. And we just said, we do it. It's, other people do things differently, but, and he said that it was, only the second time. And incidentally, he was a medic, a combat medic in Iraq and Afghanistan before he was a hospice doctor. And he said, this is only the second time in my career that I am going to use ketamine along with every other kind of tool in the toolbox. And I think it gave her, it bought her, hopefully some release from the pain that I'm telling you, you just can't even imagine. So don't, it's easy for people to say when you've had to watch someone you love waste away from cancer, but when they are in abject agony, that they cannot get the pain under control. I mean, the cancer hospital said, we can't do any more. Hospice is they're the only ones who can administer. Even a cancer hospital has, believe it or not, they'll only take you so far with pain control. And if they can't do it, then hospice is your only. So that's what we had to do. And that, it's not made me a better person. It's made me a scarred person, and it made me fear death. And I shouldn't say fear death. I fear a painful death. So this is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and get a mammogram. Whatever you, I have insurance, fortunately, but even I believe that every woman is entitled to one mammogram a year. I think, I could be wrong, but I know that even with insurance coverage, they don't they don't charge my insurance company, I don't think. I don't know if it's different state by state, but get a mammogram. If you have a family history, if you are at the age, which I don't even remember what it is now, but if you are in the age range that OBGYNs recommend a mammogram, get one. Whatever it takes, get one. A lot of places will do mobile imaging, will come and do them free for people who don't have coverage, but it's very treatable if it's caught early. Well, hopefully. So, yep. Oh my goodness, that's shocking. I wonder why. Yeah. Oh, you like my reading glasses, Camry? I love these. I love glasses. And now I need them, but I like the way they look too. Chronicles, did I say hi to you? Oh God. See, every time I try and not talk about that cancer situation, because it just gets me, throws me off my game. Hey, CK Warholia, how you doing? Just a YouTuber. Runs with scissors. Pamela, that's a new name. Hi, welcome. Hey, Be Still, how are you? Oh, damn it. All right, I'm scrolling super fast. I'm just looking for any name that I might have missed. Mike Stevens in the house. Mike's got his bullhorn and his smiley face. Hi, Mike. Hi, Elaine. How are you? Hi, Beth. I love this name. Anarch Roach Girl. You think the British are funnier than us? Oh God, see that? No, that I don't. The Brits are very much known for being very stoic, and they got a good game face, and we need to just set a bunch of Brits loose on Betty. Betty could take a lesson from the Brits in how to keep all your bubbling anger, crazy ass sounding, all that. Keep it on the inside thoughts. Hey, Woodstock. Hi, Glory. Skip to my Lou. Oh, I love that name. That's so sweet. I think you might have been here once before. If so, welcome back. If not, welcome. All right, kids. I think we are almost. Every time I say that, it refreshes, which is a good thing. Hey, Ellie, how are you? Arctic Timberwolf, how are you? Running. I need to find a way to get this damn thing alphabetized. Hey, Lee Robinson, how are you? All right. I'm so sorry if there's anybody that I missed. I will catch you at some point and say hello. I'm just really falling behind, so I'm running. Hi, Hazel Eyes, how are you? Okay. Hey, Stella Bella, every time I say that, running faster. Hi, Ren. Okay, we're there. All right, so what? First I think we'll watch this. You know, well, I think I'll just let this play and then I'll. All righty, so this is fair use under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. Fair use is a use which might otherwise not be permitted. All righty. Gee, in Betty's case, let's see, what do we think this all falls under? Let's see, criticism. Oh, check, hell yeah. Comment. Oh, yep, hell yeah, squared. News, she wishes. Reporting, yes, we do need to. Oh, news reporting. I thought there was a comma there. Yeah, I guess we need to keep the community apprised of her current unhinged looking behavior. Teaching, yes, kids, this is exactly what you do not want to be when you grow up. Scholarship, my God, if any, I would love to see that happen. God knows she is a whole case study unto herself. And I know I have at least a master's in Bullscorn, education and research, definitely the research aspect. My goodness, I actually made a comment yesterday in that vein. And now, if I had been Betty, what I said out loud to my husband, which I will not repeat here. It was just my thoughts on, there was a school of thought that existed a very long time ago. It's that, and we don't people don't, well, normal people don't. Oh, we'll use Betty's word, prescribe. I would say subscribe to that, but think kind of Darwin with the little tweaking, we'll just say. Yeah, I might have said to my husband, oh my, she makes a good case for fill in the school of thought of your choice. Yeah, I don't say those things out loud. But if it was Betty, she would. Yeah. All right. This is going to be Bets in her car. This is very short. I'm going to try and not stop it every 2 seconds. But this is Betty, who's looking so happy that that sweet little girl in New York was found. I mean, this is about as happy as I look. Like when my dentist called me the other day to say, oh, hi, we need to fuck your Monday up just a little bit more than we're already going to. Yeah, instead of coming in at 10:30, can you be here at 9? And I was like, okay. Yeah, I muster more enthusiasm for the dentist on a Monday. You know what? Gosh, that's some kind of that's like an ironic joke on that the universe is playing on me. I get to go to my dentist on Monday to get Botox, just not in any of the places where I usually get it. No, I had to get it in my, to keep me from grinding my teeth. All right, Betty, let me take this bitch off mute. Oh, wouldn't it be so nice if we had that mute button real time? Oh God, that would be wonderful. Sorry, kids. I don't know what I did. I yeeted myself. Oh, I hit leave studio. That's what I did. Okay. Oh, no. And now I'm inviting guests. Present. All right. There we go. All right, Betty, take it away.
Over here. This is better. All right, guys. I'm getting some word. If you're wondering where I have been going,
Weight Watchers, hair salon, Ulta. No. Let me guess. You're going to report in 8th grade English from what you're hoping is a deceased child, since yet again, in keeping with Betty's her stellar record, Betty has declared yet another child deceased that is not and was not. Way to go, Betty.
Actually, I was heading to New York. I was going to go up.
Oh, where were you going, Bets? Were you going to the Hamptons? The season's over in the Hamptons. After Labor Day, it just completely dies down. Like half the businesses closed, all the great house parties and whatnot. That's all over. What are you going to the Hamptons for this late in the year?
Up there to cover the case of
I know I'm not the only one who the bitch can't even tell you. Betty, what do you have? Like a tragedy sonar device? Do you have a tragedy alarm that beep, 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 goes off when you get within 2 continental states of someone else's worst nightmare? Just wondering. I mean, she was in such a hurry to get in her, what are we going to call that car? I got to come up with a name for that thing. Her car bed, her mobile bed. Betty's in her mobile bed. And she was in such a hurry to get in that mobile bed, she can't even tell you the name of the person she's going to report, Betty, for the last time. We, like all of us out here, we don't need you to be a reporter because you don't speak proper English. You can't use the big words. And they, more importantly, law enforcement asked for clowns like you to stay home. So what are you doing?
I don't know if this, I doesn't look like I'm having any problems. Hey, nice to see you.
I beg to differ. You are having many problems.
So I was going to New York. Well, she's been found safe.
And look at that big grin. My God, Betty, the prayers and the God bless yous and thank God's. Oh, come on, hit me with them. They must be coming, right? Any minute now, you're gonna smile instead of, you know, God, every time I see that, it's like my damn Lhasa Apso's overbite. Oh God.
So since she's been found safe, yeah, I'm only about 3-4 hours. I was almost to the Georgia border, and
Betty, you need to come up with some kind of like tragedy update system. Like maybe one of your fellow pimps can just sit and like, you know, in real time monitor the situation, because I don't know, like she's what, just watch her. She's not going to smile, not one time. Betty is the only person I've ever seen that to celebrate a child being reunited, defying the odds and being reunited with her family. Betty's the only person I know who never breaks a smile when there's good news and when she's happy about something. No, I'm pretty sure she's probably just internally talking, you know, it's probably goes a little something like this. Oh my God, that fucking bitch Queen Bee, that bitch headstones and headlines. My super chats are down. I spent my last $49 filling this piece of shit car up. It's going to break 3 times on my way home. I'm really going to have to bring the grift. I gotta make up for this. This is bullshit. God, the hell, this shit wasn't supposed to go down this way.
You can see my entire car is completely packed up. Like I even have
no, Betty, hon, I can't see jack shit behind you. I see something that is probably, well, now that I'm taking a look, I'll take your word for it. Unlike, you know, I don't know, anything besides water being wet. But I am definitely seeing something over her left shoulder. But Betty, I'll take your word for it. You stupid dipshit. Did it not occur to you that, oh, I don't know, as you're barreling down the interstate, probably approaching 100 miles an hour, bitch, you can't walk and chew gum at the same time, but you want to live stream, drive, chat, get gas, bitch your face off. There was something else she does, I can't remember at the moment, but to make all of that worse, you go ahead and block out every bit of what your, Betty, that rear view mirror, sweetie, that's not just there for you to look at your gorgeous skin in. It's there to, you know, see what's behind you. Hence the name rear view. And when we're talking about you, that's the only rear view I want. Like Betty, you do so much shit that is so dangerous. And you are such a law-abiding, like you got your junior deputy badge issued by Inspector Gadget. You know, she's a graduate of the Nancy Drew Academy of Unsolved Mysteries. Betty, safety first. Safety first. You are a menace. You're a menace to, well, pretty much to society, in my opinion. And you're such a selfish bitch. Like, you don't even care that you are endangering other people by your stupidity. But please carry on.
The bed because I was just going to sleep a few hours and then get.
So not only do you have dates where you have sleepovers in your car, you will sleep in your car when duty calls and Betty's called into action to go solve crimes and report on cases. You sleep in your car. Betty, just as a woman, girl, that is dangerous. No, I don't give a shit what happens to you. But I'm just telling you, it's dangerous. It's not smart. A woman-ish person such as yourself sleeping in a car. Do you park in Walmart or do you go to a truck stop? Like, what do you do? Like, are you this cheap? Because Betty, you know, I'm not a window shopper myself. Like, and I prefer not to torture myself. If I can't go to the mall and buy what I want, I don't go. I'm not a window shopper. So maybe you should take a page out of my book. Well, no, I know you don't shop. I mean, look at you, for fuck's sake. No, I mean, if you can't afford to go and put a door that, you know, doesn't have half of it isn't a window, to lock at night, maybe you should just stay home if you can't afford to do your very important reporting and investigation. Because the good news is there's real reporters and investigators out there and they don't need you. So why are you putting yourself in danger, Betty? Because it is. It's dangerous and it's stupid. And God almighty, is it low rent.
Get back on the road, but I just got word that she's been found safe. Now, no details yet. I will tell you, this is what I'm learning. I'm learning that there was heavy police activity.
My God, you don't say. Heavy police activity with a missing child? Wow. Where was that you went to school? I wonder, is it too late for me? Just wondering.
At a particular offender's home on RSO. Now, I don't know. That was, you know, in the world that I live in and being.
What world would that be, honey? The world of stupidity and anger. The world in which you need a damn eyeshadow blending brush. Betty, I'm going to give you high marks for, you know, trying to zhuzh this up a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to, good job on that. Betty, blend. It's not as obvious in this video, but we're going to see it in another one. Betty has taken to these bizarre, Betty, a wing. When you wing, think feather. Okay, think like the width of a feather. That's what a wing is supposed to be. And you've got hooded eyes and you've got puffy. Sweetie, your days of a wing liner are long gone. I don't wear a wing. Now, if a professional makeup artist could put a wing on my eye, but I wouldn't do it myself because I can't make it look the way it's supposed to look. No. Instead of a feather, you've got more like a comma. What is, like, it's the width of an apostrophe. What is this? I'm happy you're putting makeup on. Blend, baby, blend. Burn, baby, burn, and blend, baby, blend.
Being on the road, it's sometimes very, very difficult to make heads or tails of some of the information that's coming in. So
I think you have that problem when you're on dry land. I don't think we can blame that just on the road.
That being said, I heard that law enforcement was at an RSO's home. And then shortly after that, I heard that she was found alive. It doesn't mean both of those things awfully suspect that they were just raiding an RSO and she was just found alive. So I don't believe she was found out in the forest. I think she was found someplace else because they stopped their search there and decided.
God, Betty, how did you come up with that? That's so insightful. I mean, I didn't, well, I'm not going to opine on that because I didn't, unlike Betty, I don't sit around. Like, this is something that I was wondering the other day. This actually occurred to me, and I don't know the answer. Well, I think I do. And that is this. Do these people just sit around with bated breath, just like salivating, trolling news sites, just hoping and praying for, I'm sure Betty's ideal tragedy, I wouldn't even begin to guess, but I if I wanted to, I could. I mean, I'm waiting for like when all my favorite brands hit my inbox with ooh, we're having a flash sale, or, one the other day. See, here's one of the downsides of only checking your email when it gets to about 1,000, which I am very guilty of. I missed a shop I really like to patronize. They sent me a 24-hour only $50 off code, and I missed it. Like, that's the kind of shit I'm sitting around waiting for. Not missing and or dead people. When are we ever going to get to a point where you people see this skank for what she is? I know what she's not.
To change their search, that there was an RSO's home that was raided, and then shortly thereafter she was found alive. So I don't know, in cases like this,
not one smile, not one like inflection, like an uptake in her tone. I don't know, Beth, you don't sound too happy to me.
I even was listening to a lot of Jennifer Nation from people that know this stuff. So I rely on, say, Judy Ron and
wait a minute. Not so fast. How quickly we forget. You were reading Duty Ron for filth just a few short months ago when he called your fat ass out over your illegal streaming of Warren and Orson West's trial. Remember that? Yeah, you came on like the nasty, petty, gross bitch that you are, and you read him for filth. Betty, honest to God, you have the emotional maturity of, on a good day, a 9th grader. On one of your many not so good days, 7th.
Jennifer Coffendorfer in some of these things.
Love her.
And one of the things that they were talking about earlier today on, say, WFLA was how long it took the Amber Alert to be released. And I really believe it took entirely too long because
you have no fucking idea what went into that. Like, I listen, I'm just never going to understand. If you are someone who has an interest in these stories, like most of us do, why in the hell would you go to her for accurate information, for educationally based information? Why? You can go to the news. You can go to people like Duty Ron, who never pronounces people dead before they are, who has a decades-long career to draw on, and other professionals from law enforcement who are retired and not so retired. who make educationally based commentary. Well, why would you want that when you can go to her, who knows jack shit about anything from the looks of it and the way she behaves? Who does nothing but shit talk other people? Has anybody, I cannot be the only person to notice that Betty never has a kind word for anyone. Betty hates everybody except the people that she needs for whatever reason that she surrounds herself with. And they'll learn. If they think that she will not do to them, anybody who's this age and who still has a revolving door of people in and out of her life, there's a reason for that.
Situations like this, I will tell you more times than not, when there's a stranger danger abduction, that child is dead within.
What the fuck is a stranger danger abduction? Betty, you're, as you do a lot, you're conflating two different things. Stranger danger, that was a campaign to educate children on, you know, things to be on the lookout for that are much like the name says, danger, stranger. What did she just call it? A stranger a stranger danger abduction. No, it's just a stranger abduction.
Hours, guys, hours. And sometimes usually within minutes, you know? So,
and like a lot of people who don't know what the fuck they're talking about, whenever she starts lecturing and it's peppered with you know, yeah, because they don't know what to say. They're buying time until some more bullshit occurs to them up there. Yeah. Another one of Betty's tells that I noticed yesterday and today, and yeah, we're gonna look at it. One of Betty's big tells is this. When she does that, sometimes it's straight up with the eyeballs, sometimes it's up and to the right. And listen, you don't have to be a member of the behavior panel to notice it. It's very noticeable. It's cringy AF. When she does it, I get a visceral reaction from it because it's so fucking bizarre.
You got to think about that. This girl, no matter how we look at it, is lucky to be alive. This is a good.
Captain Obvious, thank you so much for filling us all in on that. This is what I mean. Why do people listen to her? All she does is state the obvious while having inappropriate to the situation affect. I'm sorry. This isn't someone who's so happy that a child has been reunited with her family against the odds. She is right about that.
Good day. This is a good day.
Betty, if this is a good day, my God, what does your bad day? Oh, I think we know what your bad days look like. Yeah, we've seen a few of the mugshots that go with them.
Because I have to be honest with you. I thought,
well, that would be a nice change. You're going to be honest with us. Okay, lay it on me.
We were going to be finding her body.
Of course you did. God, you're a sick bitch. You know that? You are, in my opinion. Betty, that's what I like to call an inside thought. Okay? Inside thought. It's strange enough that you repeatedly pronounce people dead when they haven't even been found. It's really bad that you speak it out loud. And this is not a one-time slip of the tongue.
You guys know that. I don't lie to you about my feelings about certain things.
I think you're confusing that statement. You lie about a lot of things. You are confusing being very immature emotionally and mentally and having no control over your mouth and saying things you shouldn't say. Oh, Betty, in the law, we'd call that an excited utterance. And by the way, that is one of the exceptions to the hearsay rule. But I'm sure you knew that since you're a legal professional and whatnot.
And with the governor coming out and not feeling so hopeful and sounding so hopeful, I've got to be honest with you, my heart sank. And then hearing more.
Wouldn't one need to possess a heart for said heart to sink? I mean, I hate to point out the obvious here.
More information coming out, such as that park was very busy. And not only was that park very busy, but the loop that she was on.
Look at the back of her car. Now I can see it. Oh my God, you stupid bitch. Just one more thing. As someone who has real life first-hand experience with a traffic fatality due to another asshole like you doing dumb shit, that pisses me off. Her entire back window is obstructed. Who does that? And she's live streaming. I'm presuming she's looking for a gas station. It's just disgusting. She is so gross. God, are you disgusting, foul bitch. She has an absolute, utter disregard for anyone else in her atmosphere. Much like a child. That's how children are. I can just see this heifer packing her car up, stomping like the bull that she is. Ferdinand the bull. That's Betty. All she needs is a big ring in her nose. I mean, my God, we'd have to use, maybe like the size of one of those ugly ass earrings she's wearing. How long does it take the dumb bitch to realize that she's muted herself? That's not me, that's her. While I'm sure keeping her eyes on the road. Well, we know she's not going to look behind.
You guys hear me? I was told I was muted.
You were.
When I go,
God Almighty.
To a different side, I go mute, but no sound.
Really? Well, Betty, by all means, come to the dark side. Oh, I'm sorry, you're already there. Come, Betty, go to the light. Go to the light, Betty. Betty Ann, go to the light. Yeah, follow the ring light, Betty. Come on. Is that all it takes to mute you? Just, Betty's like a crow. Anything shiny. No, that's me.
Sound. Okay.
She is so Hey, Tim. Hey, Jen.
My phone shouldn't. It's good now. Okay. Yeah. Okay. That's what I thought. Because I'm like, it shouldn't be muted. When I look at something on my phone, it will mute me and make me pause. You won't be able to. Sometimes you can.
I'll buy you any kind of damn phone you want if I can mute you with it. Oh, sign me up.
Hear me. Sometimes you won't, but I noticed my phone's been acting weird lately. So, anyways, guys, there's no point in keeping you guys too much longer. As soon as I learn something new about the case, I will come.
Okay, we'll see you in about 20 years.
To you live, but I just wanted to let you know that she is found alive. We don't know where she was found or how she was found. I just wanted to give you the information that I heard. Now, again, just because I heard it doesn't make it true.
Well, then, I don't know. Could you possibly, err on the side of caution? And I don't know, what was that you told? My goodness. Remember when Betty was shaming some woman who was an SA victim and she said, just close your legs. Why don't you just close your mouth? My God, that would do. Oh my gosh, Betty, that would be like a damn community service. Maybe for your next mugshot, instead of picking up trash in the medians, maybe you could just like agree to, I don't know, shut your mouth. That would definitely be a YouTube community service.
But one thing that was true so far is that she was found alive. So
look at her face. She says everything with her face that I could not say with my mouth.
I have to think, with that being said, the other part must be true as well, that she was found at this person's residence or somewhere connected to this person. This could have been such a worse story, and quite.
This could have been such a worse story. See, this is why you're not a reporter. Clearly, you don't even think in proper English. This could have been a way worse story. How about, I don't know, this story could have been much worse. This story could have had a much worse ending, or just a worse ending. What it isn't is a whatever she said.
Frankly, I was expecting it to be the worst case scenario.
Of course you were.
All right, guys, God bless. Thank you for coming around, and I will be back.
It would be more. Now look, here's where she smiles when she gets to talk about herself, and when she, oh God, gag me. Okay. All right, which one should we watch first? I'm just looking at the chat for a minute, you guys. I'm telling you, I'm going to give away a puzzle of your choice to whoever guesses the closest to her next glamour shot in her mugshot wall of shame. Hi, Miss Blue. I think that's a new name. Welcome. All right, kids, which one should we watch next? I have, let me see, I was sent what is probably now deleted. So let me grab this out of my email. I would have had it earlier, but I thought, okay, there it is. Oh, actually, wait a minute. Let me see. No, that's not the one. I think. Damn it. I was sent. Well, that's strange. Why don't I see it? Because I was sent 2 clips. But this isn't. But we will listen to that one as well. To the person that sent me. Oh, Emmy. Okay. Do you want me? Oh! Oh shit! Oh my God, Emmy, how did you get Betty to send me an Amber Alert? Betty, stop it! What the hell? Oh my God, what timing? That was crazy. What the hell was that about? I'm assuming Emmy didn't really send me an Amber Alert. Oh my God, that was nuts. Why can't I pull that up? Oh my God, that was disturbing. All right, wait a minute. I think I just found the, oh, son of a bitch.
I'll design a shirt for her.
All right, that's not it. The person that sent me the Oh my God, crazy nurse. For what? Is it end days? Oh my God. I don't have enough bottled water. Betty, I'll pay you. I'll pay you to let me sleep in your car bed, your bed car. Okay, wait a minute. It was the government? Okay. As long as your fillings in your teeth didn't tell you that. I'm just playing with you. Yes, AMAC, I do. I have your video, but I thought we had another. I thought I was sent her live from today because I want to play. Wait a minute. Didn't Chronicles, let me look in my, let me get in my history. Because I do think there was something. All right, we got, let's see. Let's see if this still, because I had it, oh my God. All right, well, I've got, maybe we better do this one now. Because that, I have AMAX, which is just a clip. This is from Chronicles of the Oblivious. Oh, wait a minute. I'm sorry. That was yesterday's. Wasn't it? Is that yesterday? Where's the damn date? Yes, 1 day ago. Okay. That's not the one. Do we want to watch? Okay, this is the one that I was going to do. Chronicles, called Nobody Puts Betty in a Corner Except Betty. I was going to do that one. And I think did that damn Amber Alert scare the shit out of everybody? Wait a minute. I could have sworn I had those things turned off on my phone. Did they? Because every time it would come through, it would scare the bejesus out of me. And I'm one of these people who, when I get hurt and when I get scared, I get pissed. It does. It makes me angry. Speaking of angry, all right. Hey, Michelle, how are you? We're going to vote as a class, I guess. Okay, so even if the alerts were off, yeah. Okay. Yeah, Betty, let me tell you something. I'm mentally balanced, so there's only so far I can go with trying to imagine how a lot of people that behave like you operate. But some things I know. I know that I don't understand. It is very obvious to everyone that for whatever reason, I mean, I can definitely come up with a few, but Emmy has never done anything to you except clip your words and you out in the wild being the little bull that you are, or the big bull that you are. She has never said or done not even a fraction of what many people, including myself, say about you in the way of opinion commentary. Yet you are so insanely jealous. Betty, it is so gross. It is such a bad look. It is not. Honey, green is not your color. No color is your color, but green is definitely not your color. What else could it be? You are jealous of the fact, I would imagine Emmy, at least in large part, is what you wish you could be. Educated, actually contributing in a positive way to society. I mean, do you ever hear yourself? You have said on more than one occasion, the most recent of which was just a couple days ago, when foaming at the mouth like a rabid dog about Emmy in one of your rage streams, you said, she is destroying the children of America. Do you hear yourself? Or better yet, do you hear other people talking to you that aren't there? I mean, you do know, Betty, that, like, to me, from where I'm sitting, where I'm picturing your next stop on the cray cray train, next stop coming to a Walmart or Chinese buffet near you, where Betty will be wandering back and forth for hours, muttering to herself about, you know, that teacher who's destroying the children of America. They're tracking me, the haters. Bitch, nobody needs to track you. You have told all of YouTube, all of the internet, your every step. I would imagine because you've got to hold well, you know, this is a Tibetan song bowl, but you know, just think of it like this is Betty's UNICEF bowl, except Betty's charity is Betty. So come on, kids. Hey, maybe Emmy, maybe the kids of America that you're destroying, do kids still do UNICEF boxes? Do you remember we did those as kids? Yeah, you would. You know, Betty, you're so civic minded and you're so into charitable good deeds. Well, Betty, get your little UNICEF bowl out, and why don't you give your proceeds to, you know, Boys and Girls Club or something like that. So to counter, you know, all the children that Emmy is destroying, you can, you know, maybe counteract that by, I don't know, maybe you could you're such a community activist. Why don't you do something in your community to help children after school, like something for latchkey kids, so they can, you know, have a safe, supervised place to be? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah. Betty says, fuck the UNICEF. No, I'm the charity. I got a roof to shingle and I got tragedies to pimp. Like, if she was better looking and smarter, I would tell her to go to Hollywood, because the flair for the dramatic is so over the top. It's like nothing I've ever seen. I mean, Betty, you are so Betty, the only explanation that I can come up with, because she's done nothing to you ever. And listen, you may be able to sell to your fucking morons that people are tracking you. Bitch, you are not important. You are not that important. Do you actually think people would jeopardize their personal liberty to track a thirsty ass bitch who, from the moment her demonic acting self landed here, has told everyone her address. She's got a gun. I mean, bitch, you are like, you're not looking too stable right now. You don't look like you have both oars in the water. She's never done a thing to you, Betty. Nobody's going behind the scenes. Just because this is your entire world is encompassed in this monitor. That doesn't mean anybody else's is. You're not that important, Betty. You're not. And if you really believe this shit that you're selling your people, I hope that's just something you're using to grift money. Because if you truly believe this stuff, you might want to talk to somebody about that, because it's not. I mean, Betty, do you ever wonder why so many people can't stand you? They're not all wrong. And it's not illegal. It's not stalking to play your own words and do commentary on what you put out for public consumption on YouTube. It's just not. So I can come up with no other explanation for your, frankly, scary, crazy sounding hatred of Emmy. I don't think for 1 minute she hates you. Not for a second. She actually says that you and clipping your videos, which, by the way, Emmy, thank you. We all owe you a debt of gratitude for watching that skank, so we don't have to. I don't know why, but she says it helps her decompress. I don't think she's like, Betty, you are the only person, and maybe you're idiots that lap this shit up. Like my cat, Woobs, Thaddeus J. Wooby. He's a big fan of cereal milk. You want to talk about being stalked? That cat, he stalks me when I eat cereal because he wants that milk. Oh yeah, he'll come put his big old fat sexy self right smack dab where I don't want him to be and start headbutting me because he wants that milk. Nobody's stalking you, Betty. Why would they? Why? Betty, you are only a legend in your own mind. You are drunk on your own delusional self-importance. You are not important. You are not notable in any way. Who's jealous of Betty? Listen, I can come up with a million reasons you'd be jealous of Emmy, me, everybody who you hate. I can come up with lots of reasons why you are jealous. Why don't you go ahead and tell us why any of us would be jealous of you? And in the words of Laura, I'll wait. No, nobody's jealous of you. Of what? Your glamour mugshot, Hall of Fame, Wall of Shame, Walk of Shame? Your command of the English language? your hair, your hot husband, your high-powered job, your wide network of friends and professional. You ever notice that everybody that she gets involved with, it never ends well? And I get this is YouTube and friendships come and go. Do you know how many people from the time I first started here, what is now getting close to 2 years ago, first channel and this channel? Or wait a minute, no, it's not. It's only a year. What the hell am I talking about? Holy shit, it seems like 20 years. Yeah, these are like football years. 1, 2, 3. There are at least that I can come, like what you just saw me doing. There's at least 5 people from the last time and this time that I was very close to, and I'm no longer close to. We don't even speak anymore. Not one of those was any kind of a situation. When I say situation, I mean there was no like blow up. And they were for different reasons, only one of which, well, back that up. That's all I'm going to say about it. I can tell you, there's not one person have I ever shown a private message from. I have never doxed anyone. I've never found myself in the same location with one and not said hello or say nothing at all. There's only one I've run across and just completely ignored. And you know what's also true? They've never done it to me. So why is it that everybody who crossed paths with Betty, it never like it never works out and it never ends well? Well, I don't know, because maybe you're the problem. Honestly, I pity you. I really do, because here's what I know. I know that in 10 years, Betty will be exactly where she is now, spinning the wheels in her piece of shit car that'll be stuck somewhere. She'll be raging. Now, will she be in YouTube Krama space? That I don't know. I just meant general life circumstances. Because she is a chronic malcontent. Betty's never turned the cheek. She's certainly never met discretion as the better part of valor. Why would you say nothing when you can scream your ass off? Betty feels like nothing and nobody, and that's why she acts the way she does, in my opinion. Because happy, well-adjusted people, they do not have the time nor the inclination to behave as she does, especially over nothing. Emmy has never done a thing to you. And just because you are dumb enough to broadcast your address all over the internet, which Betty is not smart, not when you behave such as you do. And you mark my words, it'll only be a matter of time before Olivia once again goes bye-bye. She'll go by the wayside. Betty, I don't know what, bet your ass there's some reason Betty and Olivia are back together. And my guess would be Betty wants something from Olivia. I don't know what it is. But I mean, if I had to guess, I would say when the whole tripod situation happened, Betty did a Betty and was a raging, nasty ass bitch and told Olivia to pound sand, fuck you. And, you know, Olivia probably took her toys and went home. I wish she would have stayed there. But now that, I mean, think about it. Think about who Betty started with and who's left. Even she made a crack about JLR this morning, Betty. You are the problem. You are the common denominator. It's not everybody else, Betty. And let me tell you something. Clearly, you don't have enough self-control to stop making very poor decisions. I would imagine in real life as well as your YouTube life. And you are widely despised in this community. And that's not just Lisa talking. If you asked 9 out of 10 people, they would say, yes, she is. And people who, and I'm not just saying that everybody who would acknowledge that feels that way about you. I mean, you do have some supporters. You know what I find interesting, Betty? Right now, there's 170 people in this chat. And thank you for that, by the way, because yeah, you do, Betty. People like to hear me drag you for filth. And you deserve it this time. You've deserved it every time, really. But you really deserve it this time. You brought me out of retirement. But don't worry, I'm going to go back. And I'll stay gone as far as doing this, you know, until you do the next really grimy thing, which, I mean, let's face it, it's probably going to be 30 minutes. So my adoring fans and public, you won't have to wait long for the Lisa you love. Emmy does not inspire the same sentiment in people. And those of us who've been around here, you know, a minute, we have watched you use your platform as a bully pulpit to try and silence critics who dare to point out the obvious where you're concerned. But you, on the other hand, I mean, this is how much of a child you are. Betty, honestly, I think they make medication that could help you. I do not understand the thought process that allows one to be so thin-skinned that you are suing a fellow YouTuber. You're going to be sued by another one. Oh, and you get a lawsuit, and you get a lawsuit, and you get a lawsuit. Yeah, Betty, you know what? You never know who you're messing with on these streets. And just because you let your fingers do the walking and you think you're doing some, well, my God, if your investigation skills live up to what we've seen thus far, kind of like your cooking. So while you can dig into people, what those don't show you, they don't show you who's family. I mean, maybe immediate family, but you know, not in-laws and all the family. Who's friends, who's, I don't know, maybe in a federal agency. What do they call those? The alphabet agencies? Yeah. you know, I promise you, you keep fucking around, you're gonna find out one day. You're gonna meet the right one. I think you might have actually in your latest 2 lawsuits. But back to Emmy. Betty, you might want to like, I don't know, go to the spa, go to a yoga retreat, go, I don't know, go smoke a cigarette, smoke 1,000. You need them. I mean, put one in both hands, one up each nostril. Shit, I don't care. Girl, I don't know. Go get you a handle of vodka. What do you like? I'll send it Amazon pantry over to you. Because you are clearly just incredibly miserable. So, like Betty, find something that makes you happy. If it exists. I don't know that it does. But you need to stop. You need to stop doing what you're doing. Now you're threatening to mess around with her job. Why? Because you're a fucking unemployed dirtbag? So you don't understand the importance of a job? Yeah, all my fucks, like they're gone. I have none left to give you. I mean, when we have little kids, which thank God you never had any. I have one, but he's an adult. You tell your kids, use your words. Like we don't hit our friends. I think you might get a reaction you're not expecting if you keep leveling these poorly veiled threats at Emmy to mess with her job. It's disgusting. We're sick of you. You're a bully. Betty, you are a bully through and through. You may think I'm a bully. Well, I can tell you this. I have never, despite having personal information about people that I no longer talk to, and, maybe one or two, I feel some type of way about the way things played out. But who cares? I'm a grown-up. Don't want none, don't start none. That's kind of the motto I try and live by. I don't need to do all that. This is a hobby. You talk about, oh, this is my business, my brand. What exactly is your business? Since when is being a bully a business? Because let me make sure we're all on the same page here. Emmy has done nothing but use a filter that frankly makes you sometimes look better. Plays your words back to you, and she does commentary. And if mine is R-rated, hers is G-rated. But because you are so jealous of her real life accomplishments, God, Betty, it's gross. Like, why are you so threatened by all the women around you? And PJ, if you're listening, girl, I don't know you, but we all see what she's doing. When she holds that bar of soap up, bitch, I wish you'd put that bar of soap in your mouth and choke on it. Betty, that is. PJ, I don't have a dog in this fight. I never had a sleepover with your man. I don't. I mean, I told him if he wants to send me some soap, I'll do a review. Um, but like Betty has no respect. Betty's not a girl's girl because Betty doesn't have any friends. Betty's only friend is a child who's old enough to be her child. Yeah, it's weird. But come on, PJ, you can't possibly be cool with what she's doing. I mean, do you know what I said this morning when I saw her? I texted a friend and I said, I sent the timestamp and I said, oh my God, you have got to go watch her talking about Dolly. She is giddy. That is the one and only boy, Dolly. Dolly, I don't know what you're bringing to the party, but my God, whatever it was, Betty, Betty is still basking in that afterglow. God. But you cannot be cool with that. I mean, we all see what she's doing. She is sending you in her own spiteful bitch hole way. Not very artfully, actually. I mean, wouldn't be how I do it. But yeah, and PJ, if I were you, I don't know, I'm feeling some type of way about that situation because girl, she ain't in your league. Okay. And PJ, I don't even know you. And I know you're not entirely coming to this with clean hands as far as, some grimy shit that's gone on with let's just say that we don't like the same people, but that's okay because PJ, you and I have no history at all. I've never seen you in a chat. In fact, I've sent you these little messages a couple times before, and I've always been nothing but complimentary and kind to you. So I hope this will be received in that spirit in which it is intended. Yeah, PJ, God, I would love, I mean, I think it's too much to ask for it to happen on a live, but I would love to see you put that skank in her place because we all see what she's doing, but that's her. That is Betty. And, now we have JJ, the most hated troll. Yeah, it's oh God, sinner. Just take my advice here. Don't feed the monkey in the cage. Because it's hungry and that's what it wants. So yeah, I will never understand. But Betty, we're sick of it. We're sick of you. We're tired of your grimy shit. And I tell you what, I have a feeling that if you or one of your little flying monkeys carries out your directive and you, hey Dis, how you doing? And you decide to make good on your very poorly veiled threats. Betty, bigger and better than you, have found themselves without a platform. I mean, they say Twitter's a good place to have your voice heard. I don't know. I hope we don't have to find out because Nobody, Betty, nobody except you and whoever's talking to you. Like, do they talk through your feelings maybe? Or did you tune them up and accidentally get into, Radio Tokyo? What's going on here? Because the shit you're saying, Betty, it's sounding mighty textbook symptomatic of somebody who probably needs to take a little break from YouTube, because nobody's doing the shit you are saying is being done. Why would they? Why? Fill me in. But you know what's interesting? 179 people in this chat. I have 1,600 subs. 1,600. You have 24 and change. Your chat this morning had about 180, 190 people in it. How's that happen, Betty? What a ratio. My goodness. Very interesting. You know what else is interesting? And this is the one question. Betty, this is the question. If you will answer this question for me, I won't talk about you anymore. All you need to do is explain to me the following. How does this work? How is it okay for you to take, justice into your own hands? You're kind of like diet vigilante. So far, you haven't killed anybody, but, give it time. Because when you do stupid shit that's only leading someplace bad, well, that's the natural consequence. So you decide, based on not even all of the professionals, not the notes, not the case notes, not the evidence, not the police. Well, maybe on occasion police reports, but let's take Quentin Simon. You being someone who knows nothing about law enforcement, how they conduct their investigations, but Miss Free Speech decides to overtake a neighborhood for, what was it, 2 weeks, give or take a few days, where we basically have some kind of a dirtbag tailgate party where Dolly dehumanizes Aileen, whatever the fuck her name is. And listen, this is not about Aileen, and we're not going there. I don't care what kind of grimy shit she's done of late. And maybe Aileen will tell the DA that, and here's a news flash for everyone. Aileen or anyone else in a similar situation, in a case like this, does not, I repeat, not have the power to, how do I always hear these people saying this? Drop the charges. That's not how this works. She can tell the district attorney that she's not going to cooperate, which will, in effect, possibly cause the charges to be not pursued. But none of these people have the power to drop the charges. That's not how it works. And despite all that, it doesn't matter. That's what he did. He dehumanized her. So Miss Victim Advocate, who takes all of this, Betty knows. Forget about the Constitution and all that. It's Betty's world. Okay. But Betty cannot she's yelling baby killer. They're having a 2-week tailgate party. They're forcing people out of their homes who can't deal with the noise. You've got the hospice patient, etc. So Betty can do all that. And and let me school you too, you damn fool. That's not protesting, you moron. That's being a rabble rouser. That's being a scumbag with no pride and too much time on your hands. That's what that is. That's not protesting. Rosa Parks, you are not. Give me a break. Protesting. Bet you wouldn't know a protest if it slapped you upside your head with a sign. So that's not a protest. So how is it though that you feel well within your rights to do all that? Yeah, no, I don't. Lisa doesn't do things like that. But someone plays your own words back to you on YouTube, your words, nobody else's, yours, and it makes you lose your shit to the point where you have doxed them multiple times maliciously on a live stream. And now you dog whistled, insinuating that you are going to take her job. You know, Betty, here's all I can say about that. It's been my experience in life. People like you, like people that no, you're on the wrong side of the street. But people like you know, like Betty, you're more akin to the criminals than you are to the people like me. Because people like you live for and in that place where, because all the scumbags and all the criminals, they always know to the 1/8 of a centimeter, they always know how close they can get to that line before it becomes criminal. See, I don't need to know about shit like that because I don't do shit like that. Because it's gross. It's what gross people do. Ugh. Like, Betty, if you think for 1 minute you are anything but the joke that you are, you're not. So you go ahead. You keep on existing where I'm sure, if I had to guess, I would say this has been her whole life. She knows. See, most of us, we just have we have a better kind of life. We have class and tact and not enough give a shits about people like her. Like, you just keep it moving. I don't need to do all that. I don't need to threaten your job. Oh, well, that's right. You don't have a job. But even if you did, I would never do that. It's gross. That is the product of someone who's rotted inside. I think her insides are as ugly as the outside. You would have to be to behave like that. I mean, I don't take any issue with her not liking. She's free to like and not like whoever she wants, as we all are. But Betty is one of these people, like her lengthy criminal record will attest to. She's just one of these people that cannot get along in life with anyone. And because she has no personal agency over anything or anybody, she has found she's in her glory here on YouTube because she thinks she's got some kind of power here. She's got other dipshits who are as fucking dim-witted as her that follow her. How about this? You want to hear something really that just made my skin crawl when I saw this? And I sat back and said, my God, I cannot believe that. And I'm telling you right now in the chat, please do not put who this person is. I don't want to know. I don't want to know whose kid it is. I don't want to know anything at all about any of that. So please, any of the mods, if anybody does that, which I'm not worried that anybody's going to, but well, actually there might be one person who does. I'm going to repeat it again. Do not, when I say what it is that made my skin crawl, do not put that person's, I don't want to know that person's name. I don't want to know anything about the child. None of it. If you do that, mods, please bounce them immediately. If anybody does it, there's only one person who might not be able to govern themselves. Hey, Laura, how are you? When I saw, see, because I don't watch the bitch. I see clips of her. But this morning, when I was going to look for the timestamp, it was at the very beginning, and I watched it. Someone has their child, or I mean, I don't, she's precious. She's absolutely adorable. And she says something like, welcome, thank you, Bullhorn Betty, for something. And I swear to God, I thought, are you kidding me? As much vile shit that she spews. And even if you love her and you think she's just great, okay, fine. But she is, I don't know why, but she's always swirling in controversy. Oh. Why in the hell would you want your precious child anywhere within a mile of her? And like I said, even if you think she's the greatest thing in the world, fine, think that. But why? Knowing how much Betty loves. This is the only way she gets attention. That's why she loves this. I wouldn't let her put my dog on her intro. Simply because I know nothing good comes with her being involved in something. I was floored by it, but not my call. But I just think it's gross. But Betty, you're going off the deep end. Okay, you're going straight over the edge. It's not a good look, and Like, I mean, has it ever occurred to you, maybe if you just didn't assume that everybody in the world is coming for you, like, and a lot of them are, but Betty, that's because of you. It's because of you. It's because of how you treat people, how you behave. And you are the biggest hypocrite on earth, like no other. I mean, how rich that someone who has done, and I'm sorry, don't call it protesting. And I promise you come and explain to me how. AMAC, I am. I'm 4'11. I'm 4'11 and a quarter. Oh shit. Laura, that coffee table, oh my God, I was digging that thing. I was like, shit. No, I'm not. It crossed my mind for a minute. I'm like, what'd she say that shit was? Resin? No, I don't even have a coffee table. When I got a new sectional, I don't do coffee tables anymore. I have on my ottoman, I keep a tray that's like that. Oh God, you guys, don't let me forget to show you my rug. It's not here yet, but so did anybody send me the Betty? We don't really need to listen to any more of her raging, because honest to God, that kind of scared me. It did. That I texted Emmy and said, girl, you may. Well, here's another bit of irony. Betty wants a protective order from Queen Bee, who I can promise you has never done anything close to what Betty did 2 days ago, where she was like the veins in the neck were standing up as she was screaming, telling her she was to see you next Tuesday. And my God, I saw that and I was like, oh! But Betty thinks she should have a protective order for less, far less, from someone she's involved in a lawsuit with, but thinks that when she does it, she should be able to take the person's job. And something tells me she doxed Queen Bee again. Of course she did. Betty, you're a bitch. You are a punk bitch. God, you are like, your cray-cray is like, it's starting to show. Well, it's been showing, it, in my opinion. Seriously, like she is deeply inadequate on the inside. She is miserable. No normal thinking, fulfilled person could behave this way. You just couldn't. I'm sorry. No. As much as I cannot stand her, I wouldn't cross my street. I did steal that from my husband partially. Usually what my husband will say is, like one time when Trump was doing a rally, he said, if he was speaking in my backyard, I wouldn't go. And we voted for him. So it's not, but it's just, so I don't get it. I don't, but honestly, I would highlight that comment, but it might not be a good. Yeah, that. Betty, you need some time off. It's so there and apparent for anybody who wants to see it. I just like, what's going to make her happy? What would make her happy is what she's never going to achieve. Because let me tell you something, you wretched bitch. If you got rid of Queen Bee tomorrow, you got rid of Emmy tomorrow, you got rid of me tomorrow, all our lives are going to go on just fine. And there's going to be a line around the block of people to take our place. And I meant it when I said, I'm like, Betty will fix her own wagon. I hope it doesn't take long. Well, Mike Stevens, I'm pretty sure Satan's disciples love him too. She will take care of herself. This is how it works with these kinds of people. They exist in that place that is 1 scintilla of an eighth of a centimeter right on up to the line of illegal, immoral. That is an exhausting place to exist. It's got to be. She's, instead of what was Carnegie's book, how to influence people and make friends, or something like that. Betty's motto is how to get everybody to hate you in 6 easy lessons. I mean, it's like, it's so weird. Well, hey, listen, it's, this is not fun and games. She's running an empire, okay? And, when you're building empires, fuck being nice to people. It's not about being nice. I'd just like to state for the record that I give out. See, I believe in, much like I would bribe my son for, whatever it was I wanted him to do. Sugar versus vinegar. I love sugar. Betty's a vinegar girl. Yeah, for sure. And I listen, I can't explain why people, she definitely doesn't seem to treat her unpaid employees very, very nicely. But oh my God. Yeah, what's that franchise going to be called? I think, don't we already have that? Love After Lockup? Isn't that? I mean, let's see. We've got, what do we have? We have 90. We've got 90 day. We've got after the 90 days, 90 days the other way. I mean, it would be good if they did like a 90 days. What can we call it? 90 days riddled with issues. 90 days the hard way. 90 days the real hard way. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I don't want to, I really am not going to keep talking about her every day. Here's who Lisa is. And listen, I don't care if the sentiment ever gets returned. This is YouTube and I know how this place works. But that doesn't mean that I'm not who I am. And I have always spoken out when somebody that I like and respect or whatever the case may be, has been unfairly treated. That's who I am. And I will speak on it. Even though, it might be to my own detriment at times, but that's me. I'm not on here wearing some mask, like trying to sell you some bill of goods. I don't care that much. I'm not trying to sell you anything. So oh, Emmy, you had to talk to him. I can just imagine what that conversation was like. Now, if you really want to, make sure they are fully ensconced in your camp, well, send them like Betty's greatest hits. Just send them a little compilation video. Oh yeah, they'll be that'll work. So I think nobody puts Betty in a corner. Yeah, they're still looking for a corner big enough. Should we watch that one? This is like Betty's greatest hits. How long has it been? Oh my God, we're going on 3 hours. I'm so tired of talking about her. Look, we haven't even talked about my show and tell items yet. Okay. As promised, the Dancing with the Stars self-tanner. And of course, I bought the darkest one because I'm like, you know what? If I'm paying $42 for a bottle of this shit, my husband's out in the kitchen. I mean, I'm going all in, okay? I mean, it's like, wow, is this gonna take me from? It is dark, yeah, dark. I didn't know if they had deep dark. Come see, comes off. It, I think I can't give it a full yay or nay because I already had, we'll call it a base from what was sprayed. So, TT to go Tiffany, this is the other day at things we were looking at. This is the, oh, Daz, listen, she wants to be me. I mean, I can't say that I blame her. But this situation, I mean, are those like poise pad wings? Like, do we have maxi pad wings going on? What is this shit she's got going on here? Betty, meet a brush. Think counterclockwise and clockwise. Big fluffy brush. Yeah, Betty. Wings, well, we went over this earlier. Wings are not supposed to be the size of an apostrophe or a comma. Think feather. Think you're too old for wings. And, well, not if you had snatched skin, which you do not. We don't need to be accentuating. No, wait. I'm happy she's put a little makeup on. Now if we could just get rid of, I'm still trying to figure out the sweater situation. Why is she wearing Ward Cleaver's sweater? I don't get it. So unnecessary. I know I showed you guys this before, and then we're gonna watch a couple minutes of Betty, and then we're gonna be done with this shit for now. Tomorrow we'll do the fun stuff. Betty was not fun. Betty's never fun. Since it's fall, maybe in other parts of the world, in Florida, it's just hot. Instead of being hot as a mofo, it's hot. But I thought, you know what? I don't ever wear this scent in the summer because it's not summer. It's really, it was too early. I should have left it in the bathroom a little longer, but I didn't. And since most of you are enjoying fall at the moment, this is one, if you like a scent that is very different and unique and nobody else, you're not going to walk by anybody in Target rocking this. I mean, you might, but not as much as are going to be wearing, like, I'm trying to think what's a perfume that lots of people love. This is, and you can really only wear it in the fall. This is by Maison Margiela. This is Replica. And then within the Replica line, each scent is supposed to make you reminisce about something from your life, usually, childhood. There's Day at the Beach, Barbershop. This one time we had a friend come over and I was wearing this and he hugged me and he said, "Oh my God, you smell religious." And I was like, "Oh, what do you mean I smell religious?" He said, it's like, "Oh God, it smells like church. It's like incense, but not incense." No. So this is Maison Margiela Replica, and it's called By the Fireplace. I know you're like, why the hell would I want to smell like a fireplace? Oh, Laura, I think I heard you talking about that. I was listening maybe to yesterday's. You said something about a Southwest flight. Something was $800. No, that would, yeah, that's several hours from me. But yeah, that would be fun. By the fire? Yeah. I always want to call it By the Fireside. That's what it looks like. And I'm not kidding you. I've had this several years because I only wear it in the fall or the winter. It is so strong. But this is really very unique. And all I can say is it smells like, it does kind of smell religious, but not like myrrh. What else do I get in that? Well, I could. Oh my God, this is friggin' genius right here. 90-Day Narcissist with a side of batshit crazy. Yes. Oh, and I'll refrain. I've been kind of hard on the beef, so. Ooh, but I had a good one. But yes, that I promise I am getting that list going. I'm gonna read this damn Vogue magazine, or at least look at the pictures. I don't read I read the articles that are interesting to me. I haven't read a Vogue in 100 years, not in the old school form. So I'm gonna read and look at this, and anything that's interesting to me, we will talk about. I am absolutely doing Lisa's favorite things. I'm getting it together. I mean, really, all I have to do is look around the house, look around my email inbox. It's funny because I'm like, oh God, I forgot about that. I love that place. Yeah, because the holidays are upon us, kids. I think I'm going to do Halloween decorating this weekend. If my husband's got to go up in the attic for me. We have one of those things in the garage where you pull the ladder down, and so I got to get my car out of the garage. You know what's funny? I love the smell of gasoline. I love the smell of napalm in the morning, and gasoline too. No, but that That perfume, it's, think like cedar. What else? It's right on the tip of my tongue. You see it in a lot of oud, tobacco. It's very, they bill it as and it is a unisex scent. Either or, because it's just so unique. Definitely not like, there's no, like, I'm typically like very strong, fruity, florally perfumes. That's why I like all the Bond number 9s, because they're so very all of that. But there's just something about that. It's kind of like Tom Ford did I think it was tobacco and leather. So, but see, it's something along those lines. But it definitely is a fall or a winter. So, and it's not, honestly, this is not that expensive in terms of perfume. This is, and when I'm telling you this a little bit, listen, I'm the queen of more is more is more. Give me more. But this is definitely less is more. I want to say this bottle was $125 maybe. It was absolutely max 150, and I don't think it was that. I think it was about 125, and it'll last a long time. So, tobacco vanilla. There we go. Oh gosh, the one Chronicles is really quite long. Oh, how about we do this one? AMAC, we're gonna do yours. V Kaser. Hi, V Kaser. How are you? That's a new name. Cherry Blossom. Ooh, that sounds good. Oh, Jane's Got a Gun. Yeah, those are a lot of really neat scents. And I'm telling you, for a cheap, like, it's a body spray. It's not even a perfume. It is long lasting, big payoff. Nest. I think the bottle is, well, I got it on clearance. Ulta was blowing it out. I think I paid $25 and it was probably $50. But I tell you what, it's got, hey, Daisy Jones, Miss Dior. That's funny. I was going to actually bring some Miss Dior in here. I like Miss Dior too. That's very girly. Yep. Yes. Nest. Oh, Stella, I didn't know. Hi. I didn't know Bond number 9 is doing lipsticks. Christian Louboutin is also doing lipsticks. I've bought the nail polish, which is, it is a nice polish. Is it worth $50 a bottle? I don't think so. But the bottle has the added use that it is a weapon should you need to kill anyone. Honest to God, the top is probably 6 to 8 inches high, and it's like a heel. It comes to a sharp point. I'll have to check. I will check that out, Stella. I love Bond number 9 perfume. That's another one that goes, packs the, it hurt. That initial purchase hurts, but it a little goes a long way. It's highly scented. Only reds. Okay. I never wear red. I'm not a fan of red on me. Some reds I have to wear a blue red. Like I bought a MAC Ruby Woo because every year that is always all the beauty editors always say that Ruby Woo is the classic universal red. I mean, and if I liked red, I would have loved it, but it's good cologne for now. Sinner, how about Old Spice? Oh, you know what? I bought my son one year. And of course, the bottle, I saw it when I was in his bathroom not too long ago. And I was like, damn, I'm going to take that. I'll wear it if you don't like it. Versace. God, was it Medusa? It's in a beautiful aqua blue glass bottle. No, I don't know, but it smells really nice for a dude. I got my husband Chanel, I think it's blue. I wear that. He doesn't wear it. Oh yeah, cool. Davidoff Cool Water. God, that's been. We should do OG old school perfumes. I have some favorites. Listen, I wore Angel when I was I think I started wearing that in like 9th grade. And it was not like it is now. My mom would always go to the city in New York. We just called it the city. She'd always go to the city to go shopping. And I would give her a list of things that we didn't have all these stores like we have now. And I don't know, she must have bought that for me. Just you stop it. Ginete. Oh God, what's the other one? My husband and I were laughing about it the other day. Oh yeah, I can bring home the bacon. Fry it up in a pan. Oh yes, that was a Ginete commercial. So Angel, she brought me back one year, and the only time I could ever get it was when she light blue Amac. That's like a cult favorite. Dolce & Gabbana light blue. A lot of people love that. That's a very pretty. That's a good perfume for people who don't want like heavy scent. But Joe Malone is a great perfume for people. For people who don't want to see. I want my perfume to precede me and follow me. Hi, Bob. Bob's like, bitch, I don't care about your perfume. I need to go outside. Hold on. First warning. I got it. I know you got 2 more in there, right? You sweet boy. He's getting so old. When I look in his eyes, you can see they're getting real like milky. He's getting cataracts. You're a good boy. Yeah. He's only built for one thing, love. My husband's like, that's because he's got to be, otherwise you'd kill him. He's let's just say Bijans are not known for their intellect, okay? They're just not. I was going to say they're kind of like the Betty of the dog world, but my dog has got way better hair than Betty does. Bob, even in his disheveled, non-groomed self. Yeah, and Bijans do have hair. They don't have fur. That's why they're hypoallergenic. Let's play Amac's video. And I'm not going to interrupt it. I won't have to. Well, I say that, I've always got good intentions, but you know how this shit goes. And then tomorrow we will reconvene and we're going to talk, fun stuff and pretty stuff. And hey, Mama Bear, how are you? Oh, yes. Do you know I actually have, I have some of this, they're making it for women now. Dior Sauvage. It came in my For once, Sephora actually had a decent month for my, you know how they give you a birthday gift? I'm like, you bastard should give me a damn car when my birthday rolls around. Holy shit. I've single-handedly kept them on the NASDAQ. So we'll play a Max video and then TT the Good Tiffany. Ditzy. Listen, my husband's running joke with this dog is that my husband's like, I swear to God, the dog thinks we have a magic floor. He still has not figured out that I'm dropping the food from up here. He just waits on the floor like this. True story. Because I have an island in the middle of the kitchen where, you know, the cutting board and all that shit is. And yeah, that's the magic floor, we call it. Yeah, Bichons are not, Bichons are, you know, they're kind of like the dog equivalent of many high school homecoming queens and whatnot. Like they're, oh God, they're gorgeous, adorable dogs. They're just not that smart. It's, you know, there's a reason you gotta, some of these musings about the dog, because my husband, he loves the dog. We've had the dog 13 years. But equal parts, it'll go a little something like this. My husband will put his briefcase in his office and the dog will, oh, yes, Mama Bear. Well, you girl, tune in tomorrow because look, I might have a new one for you, a conditional. This is the one we talked about the other day from Dancing with the Stars, Peta Jane. We'll talk more about it tomorrow. I'm not sure about, I have to do further research before I know if I can, you know, pass the recommendation along. I think it's expensive for what it is. And ultimately they all work the same, for the most part. Hey, Cashmere, how you doing? Ah! You know, no offense to homecoming queens. I was not a homecoming queen. I couldn't have reached the dais even if I was. But so my husband will come home and he'll put the briefcase in his office. And if he forgets to pull the door shut, the dog will start wandering that way and he'll say, oh, you little bastard, if you piss on my briefcase. Because you know how animals are. They smell like they smell other animals, and that's what they do. They lift their leg. But yeah, because you know, my husband occasionally out in the wild comes across other dogs, and apparently Bob knows because yeah. Do you know the other morning? This is how dumb they are. He's never been 100% housebroken. Now, as long as I'm home, I take him out every 3 hours and we're all good. The rest of the time, it's a crapshoot. Just depends on how he's feeling that day. I could or could not come home to a mess. But I just totally forgot what the hell I was talking about with him. Damn it. God, getting old sucks. Shit, what was it? I don't know. I've been talking too much. This is too long. Kennel number 5 disc. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. All right, let's watch this. And then maybe by the time this short video is done, I will remember what I was going to say about the dog and I'll have to write it down because chances are I'll forget it again in the 2 minutes that Oh, really? They're not? I'm glad to hear this. Are you okay? Well, Bijan's especially not so much. Oh, I was going to tell you what he did the other morning. We do the same thing every morning. I get up, I go to the bathroom. I exit the bedroom. I pass through the butler's pantry where I keep his leash and get that. I'm still dragging my blanket like Linus. I turn the coffee maker on. I come around, I turn on the light, and then to the door to take him out. Well, the other morning, we're proceeding as normal, except I go to wash my hands and I see him behind me because the glass is in front of me, and I see Bob lift his leg and start peeing on the side of my tub. I'm like, what the hell are you doing? And I got cats jumping in and out of bathtubs. I mean, you want to see it like, this is why my husband says we live in a fucking petting zoo. We kind of do. But nobody has ever come to my house. And I have had more people say to me, I never knew you could have cats and it doesn't smell like cats. I'm like, ew, that's disgusting. My house never smells like animals. You know why? Because I clean the litter box twice a day, morning and night. They have their own bathroom. Their litter box is in a walk-in shower. Their litter box is not a normal litter box because I have all 3 cats in one box. So just picture like if a regular litter box is the size of a baby pool, their litter box is the size of an Olympic-sized pool. But I clean it twice a day, and that's why, oh God, oh, listen, cats are very, oh my God, revival, blasphemy. That's so funny. You know what? I always liked being short. Watch, you want to see a magic trick? Hold on. I'll show you a magic trick. Ready? Don't blink, you'll miss it. Okay. Now you can get that shirt ready. Thank you very much. These shoes make me about 5'4", 5'5" today. You know what? I have had my 3 cats I have now, I would have stitches if I tried to give any of them a bath. But I had a Persian in the past that cat loved a bath. That cat would let you do anything. So, all right, I'm queuing up this video. We're watching this, and then I'm saying goodbye, and I'm out of here because this is entirely too long for me or anybody else to be talking. Oh, Mama Bear. Did you hear my story about the Angora rabbit I was going to get from the state fair? Well, from a breeder at the state fair. I didn't realize when they said it could be litter box trained, that was only for one of their things they use the litter box for. The other one, not so much. I'm like, yeah, I don't want to be picking chocolate chips up all over my house. Plus, I don't want an animal that I have to keep in a cage. Ouch. Hold on, Bob. I swear I'm coming. All right, let me put this video on. And then this is how, AMAC, take it away. Hold on. Let me hit the share link. Present. Share screen. All right, here we go.
But I want to send a shirt off to Orphan for a job well done. God, let's keep our fingers crossed, God.
God, you cheap bitch. That's your gift with purchase? They found a damn missing person. You're going to give us a cheesy-ass t-shirt with your picture on it? Your highly filtered picture, I might add. Oh, my God, Betty, you need to get a grip. My God, Betty. Who the fuck? Like, that would be like me giving you Hooked on Phonics. I mean, you're not going to use it. Nobody wants a picture with your face on it, as your, I'm sure, abysmal merch sales would attest to. Oh, God. Please. That reminds me, like, when you live in a tourist place, you have all these tacky tourist shops, and they all invariably have a t-shirt that says, my grandma and grandpa went to insert name of town, and all I got was this crappy t-shirt. Yeah, I mean, they have find a missing person possibly, and you're going to give them a t-shirt with your likeness on it? Oh my God. No, thank you. I mean, I'd at least throw them a damn, I don't know, maybe like a Carrabba's gift card, something they would use.
Guys, let's keep our fingers freaking crossed here. This could be a miracle.
I'll tell you what, I've never heard this bitch speak in a voice that I could tolerate. I like this voice. AMAC, I love it. It makes her palatable a little bit.
You know what? The information tells you one thing, MDuff. You know, I'm not even gonna address it. Get the hell out of my chat. I literally can't stand you fuckers. I really can't. You guys, if you want hate someplace else.
Hey, is that any way for an advocate to speak? My God.
But it doesn't matter. Emmy, I just want to let you know it's your people that just brought your ass down. So you can take that to the bank. I'm done with you. I'm done with your people. If you wanted to shut them up, you could have. You chose.
Well, wait a minute, Betty. How does that work? You can't even shut yourself up, but you think she should be able to shut her people. Emmy, do your people, like, do they talk to you through your feelings? I hope not.
It's not you. You can pay the price for that.
Excuse me. That sounds a lot like a threat to me. Betty, you can't even housebreak your hair. What are you gonna do? Bibbidi bobbidi boo? Did you like go get a magic wand somewhere? Ooh.
Now you fuckers can come after me.
Woo!
But I'm definitely taking some people out on the way out.
Wow, spoken like a diplomat.
Jen, get an orphan's number, please. Orphan's not in here right now.
Orphan is waiting by the damn mailbox for their t-shirt. My God, duh. She's so wretched. All right, kids. Bob's back for, he said this is warning 2 and 3. I've combined them and now, bitch. So I am going to bid you adieu. And tomorrow's Thursday. We'll do something fun tomorrow. Oh, and I've got several mugshots lined up for Guess That Crime. It's gonna be fun. All right, y'all. Have a great day, and I will see you tomorrow. If I can. Oh, there it is. Duh. Bye.
Bye.